Hi guys, welcome back to the Motivated Mess podcast. If you listened to episode 1, you heard me rambling all over the place. I truly just did it in my room. I had my bonnet on, but I do kind of want the podcast to be more video style. If you see me keep looking at my phone, I have my outlines of the things that I want to talk about. Today, I want to talk about really why I started the podcast, why I'm building publicly, even though I'm absolutely terrified. I started a lot of things last year. I had an idea, immediately act upon the idea, but I was not consistent. I would open up a TikTok channel, post for maybe a month straight, and then when I wasn't getting traction, I would give up. I kept on measuring my success from how many people were watching, how many comments I was getting, which is crazy because I would only do it for a month. What was I thinking? I was seeing people getting success and getting thousands of views, thousands of likes from only posting for weeks or only posting for a couple months. But the thing is with these people, they're the outliers. Maybe somehow they got lucky or somehow they did do the work and they're getting the traction that they deserve. But that's not going to happen for every single person in the world. But my problem is I have such a big fat problem with delayed gratification. I always want immediate results. That has to do with a little bit of who I am, but also with the society that we live in. Doom scrolling and instantly getting dopamine hits right as soon as I get up. I'm like, let me just get on my phone, get on TikTok. That immediate instant dopamine makes me feel everything in my life has to give me immediate instant dopamine. So then when it doesn't, I'm like, gotta go back to being safe. I really had to learn to sit back and be like, babes, that's not working. I'm pretty sure I started over 10 channels all throughout. I think the highest I grew my account was 100. It became a pattern that I noticed, and this year starting, I was like, this is crazy. I have big goals for myself. I need to nip this thing in the bud immediately. Another thing is that I have all of these goals. I will do another episode breaking down specifically what my goals are and how I plan on achieving them. But the thing is with me, right? I'm passionate about not disappointing other people. I'm passionate about outside expectations. But it is so freaking hard when you set private goals for yourself that nobody's keeping up for you. So because of that, I'm not motivated to keep going. I'm like, oh, whatever. I can just do it later. I can do it in a month or in 2 months or in a year. And it's, well, the year just passed. Babes, like you could have done it within the year. You didn't do it. I'm such a, I love myself kind of girly. I respect myself, all of these kind of things. But I really had to sit down and be like, do you actually? Do you really? Because you set all these goals for yourself. You want all these things out of life. Yet when it's time to do it, you have all these excuses. You're tired. You just get from work. You this, you're that. Like, do you actually love yourself? Or is it just a front that you're trying to put out, to yourself to make it look like you have it all together? Because it's not giving you love yourself. It's not giving you respect yourself if you simply cannot just do the things that you said you were going to do. And I had to really sit back and be like, oh my God, no, I don't think I love myself. Because if I did, I would do the things that I said I was going to do. Like, hello? I want to build up that self-trust and that self-love in myself. But also, I am also a very big external accountability person. And I want you all to keep me accountable. When I don't post an episode or a video, I need y'all to be like, hey, what are you doing? We need you. Get back now. Go. Time is passing by. I'm only getting older. I'm not getting any younger. The right time to do things was yesterday. But the second time to get it done is today. I realized that the version of me who has all of these goals cannot be the version of me that is so used to being safe and is so used to hiding. This version of me has to realize that these two things can be true at once. I can't want to be comfortable and safe and hide. And I also can't want to achieve all my goals. One of my goals is building wealth. I have a financial plan for this year about starting a whole side investing strategy. I'll get into it in episode 3. But I want to start it, report my failures, report my wins, report my losses, report what has worked, what didn't, what I watched, what I didn't, what courses I took, if any. I really want to be the person for you guys to follow her journey and really learn from me in a way. Learn from my failures, my wins and my losses, and make it your own journey as I go, because I am really going to build everything publicly. Really create this community and other motivated messes that are struggling. We can find each other and we can do this together. Make each other braver. Every time I post an episode or every time I talk to you guys more, engage with this beautiful community that we're creating, I know that it's going to make me less and less scared. One of the main reasons why I started over 1 million times is because I had a terrible fear of judgment. I was always thinking, what if I come across as cringe? What if I'm oversharing? What if I'm being too transparent? What if I'm not being transparent at all? I'm such a what if kind of person. And Even my fiance sometimes has to be like, chill. What if it all works out? What if everything works out for the better? If you can think about all the wrong things that could happen, why is it so hard to think about all the right things that could happen? Also, who cares? At the end of the day, the community, my community, our community that's supposed to find me are going to find me. It's inevitable that somebody out there is going to find me cringy. It's inevitable that somebody out there is not going to like how I talk, how I look, how I sound. People online always find something to hate on. I don't think there's a single creator or a single artist or known person out there that 100% of everybody that knows them or knows about them loves them. Maybe it's happened, but whatever. It's inevitable that somebody is not going to 100% love me, but who cares? Love Island, Amaya said, it might not be your cup of tea, but maybe I'm not the tea you should be drinking. You know, that's also true. I know for sure that the version of me at the end of 2026, when I look back on this year, the one that has achieved all of her goals, the one that actually did the thing, she got there because she was willing to be seen. She just did it scared. My fear and everybody's fear of staying stuck should be much, much greater than the fear of whatever's holding you back. What's the worst that could happen if I don't put myself out there, if I don't follow my dreams, if I don't put in the effort to follow my dreams? I will never reach the goals that I've set for myself. But what's the worst that could happen when I put myself out there and I put in a lot of effort and I keep on grinding? Yes, I'll be tired. Yes, I'm going to be judged. But you know what? I am choosing the fear that leads to growth over the fear that keeps me safe. All right, so here are some things that I am committing to, because I know I talked about being a very big external accountability person. So I really need you guys' help in this. I am committing to posting every single Tuesday. I'm going to be as honest as I can. I'm going to share real struggles. I'm going to share real numbers, especially when it comes to getting into financial awareness, because a big part of my goal for this year and for upcoming years is building wealth and building equity for myself and my future family. I'm going to start by sharing those real numbers, and it's going to be scary because the numbers do not look good right now. I'm going to share the highlight reels, what has worked, what hasn't. And when I look back on my journey last year and the goals that I set for myself last year, which I didn't hit a single one of them, but that's okay. I still see last year as a big win because I learned a lot about who I am, about not forcing myself to work against who I am. And now, starting this year, I think I've really got a strong foundation. Be consistent and go after the goals that I've set for myself. A lot of them, goals taken from last year. Last year was more of a planting the tree and planting the foundation. Whereas right now, I feel as though the foundation has been planted and it's just about, number one, maintaining it, make sure that the roots are strong. Then after knowing that the roots are stronger and keeping these roots strong, and then focusing on growing the plant. So I'm still very much in the beginning phases of this plant journey, and obviously not quitting when it's hard, because y'all, I'm such a big quitter. My motto has always been, why would I willingly suffer through something that I'm not enjoying? In this life, I just come for enjoyment. Which at the end of the day, there has to be a balance. There's things in life such as relationships, friendships, whatever, that you're not meant to suffer through. But if you set goals for yourself and the things that you need to do are things that you need to suffer, then you're gonna need to suffer, babes. There's no give and take here and there. I know for sure I'm gonna want to quit. I know there's gonna be times where I'm like, damn it, let me just not post today. Damn it, I had a rough day today. I'm hungry, I'm tired, but you know what? I need y'all to keep me accountable as much as I'm gonna keep myself accountable. We can do this. In the comments down below, let me know what goals you're working through. As much as you guys are being there for me, I want to be there for you as well. Last but not least, I want to not only trust the mess, but work with the mess. Being such a girly who's obsessed with immediate gratification, I'm nipping this in the bud. Even when I do not see results immediately, I am committing myself to keep going, because nothing's going to change if nothing changes. If you're a motivated mess who's tired of playing it safe, let's do this together. Let's hold each other accountable. If you're also building something this year, or you've started building something, or whatever you're doing, I see you, I love you, and I'm proud of you. And remember, the best thing that you can be is yourself. Let's do the damn thing. I'll talk to you next Tuesday.